All right, welcome back to another episode of the vlog where I show people how they can launch and scale their very own short-term rental business. If you haven't done so already, please like this video and subscribe to the channel so you can see all the fun stuff that we're doing every single week. All right, so this episode is all about systemizing and optimizing. So we are actually in December now here in Niagara Falls, Ontario, and it is cold and it is the off season, and so things are a little bit slower. And what I want to do is I want to start systemizing and optimizing. I want to get our systems in place. I want to optimize our systems so that way everything is ready to go in springtime when we want to scale again. Okay, so today I'm actually at Brighton. We just had a guest here. They just checked out, and so I'm going to walk through the house real quick and make sure it's okay. And then this is going to be the first unit that we work on to systemize and optimize, and then we'll bring the same system to the other units. And so you're probably wondering, well, what are you systemizing? So one of the things I want to systemize and optimize, actually two things. I want to systemize our check-in process. I want to make it way smoother. I'll talk about that a little bit later. And then the other thing I want to work on and systemize is our inventory and the way that we do our cleaning so we can be more efficient and make sure that we always have things and we're not scrambling, for material at the last minute. All right, so overall, Brighton looks pretty clean. They left the table a little bit messy. It looks like somebody, I don't know if that's champagne or what that is, but it looks like somebody popped some bubbly. Crazy, okay. It's funny too, so we give our guests like candy. We give them a little welcome basket. Oh, okay, they opened it, but they didn't finish it. Okay. All right, so I have Jeanette here cleaning up the landing, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to put our maid closet here. All right, so the first thing I'm doing is we had all this stuff here literally just sitting on the landing, and again, we put it on the landing just so the cleaners can access it easy and it saves time. But we had this from Legacy, and so we are going to use this bad boy to hold all of our stuff inside, and so we can make everything nice and organized. All right, so I just came upstairs, and there's one thing that I'm starting to realize in the wintertime is people like to turn the heat on. And so this is another thing I want to optimize, which is actually our checkout process. And that is I want people to turn the heat down before they leave, so we're not spending a bunch of money trying to heat a house that's empty. My best performing property right now is Vanilla Trail. And so why is that? And I think one of the main things is A, because it does have 4 bedrooms. And then B, the arcade. I am convinced that the arcade makes that place stand out. And we get way more bookings. We get longer bookings. It's a better performing property. So guess what? I'm not just going to sit on that knowledge. I'm going to do something about it. And so what I did is I am going to turn that room at Sunflower that was once a kind of board game room and a music room. I'm going to pull the piano out. I'm going to put 2 arcades in there. I'm going to turn that thing into an arcade game room. And the more I think about it, it makes sense that an arcade would work in a 4-bedroom, because who's going to a 4-bedroom house? Well, people who are families, people who have kids. And so people are looking for something that are going to keep their kids entertained. We don't have our pool season here is like 2 months of the year, so having the pool is not going to help. But arcades and like a games room helps keep kids engaged. It gives something, it makes our place pop out. It gives us something to offer to guests that a lot of other Airbnbs don't have in the area. Okay, I'm at Sunflower now. I just picked up the arcade machine, and check it out. Look at that bad boy, isn't that nice? So it's a Saturday morning, and as I had promised in this episode, we're going to be talking about systemizing and optimizing. And so this morning I am at Vanilla Trail, and we are going to be cleaning out the maid closet. So as of right now, this is my maid closet, and it's messy, it's not organized, and it's been doing the job because it stops them from having to go down the stairs, and just saves time. But I'm going to put a shelf in here so everything's nice and clean and we can see our inventory. All right, here we go. I built a shelf. I paid $35 for it at Walmart, and now I'm going to put the stuff on top of here. Got everything on the shelf, and now what I'll do is I'll have our cleaner kind of organize everything so we can see all our different products. So our coffee pods, our shampoos, our conditioners, all that stuff. So my goal now, I'm a little bit out of breath. I apologize. Man, you're getting old when you running out of breath, building a shelf, and then filling it up. But anyway, my goal here is I want to systemize everything. So that way, when it's time to scale again, we just replicate our system, right? So I have 5 units, as you guys know, and I want to make the system so seamless that, okay, everything's operating like a I can't talk this morning, like a well-oiled machine, okay? And then once it's operating like that, then we can scale it to new properties, and our systems become better and better and better, and we become more efficient. Okay, it's a Sunday, and I'm doing a little bit of work today just because I am trying to systemize and optimize as much as I can. So today, I'm at Concord, and I'm trying to get the maid closet ready here. All right, so here is our current maid closet, and it is, as you can tell, quite messy. And so we are going to organize this thing now, put another shelf in here so it looks amazing. We got Jeanette working hard. Good job, Jeanette. Good job. So it is a Sunday, it is a family day, and so now everyone in their family, we are off to a birthday party. Okay, it is now December the 18th. It is literally 1 week until Christmas, and I'm still working on optimizing so we can get our properties and our business ready for scale. So yesterday I went to Walmart, I bought a ton of coffee pods. If you look over there, I got chips and fuzzy peaches. I'm taking this inventory to Concord, and I want to show you what the maid closet looks like now. All right, here it is. Look at the maid closet. Look how nice and organized it is. We can see everything. And here's what I want to do. So I apologize if it's a little bit dark. It is a little bit dark in this house. But what I'm wanting to do is I want my cleaner to be able to take a picture of the maid closet before she leaves and send it to myself or any of my partners that are in the business with me. Now, just a little side note, I love when I come to an Airbnb and it's already pretty much clean. Check this out. So I just came into Concord, and kitchen's pretty clean. They got a little bit of dishes in the sink, but not a big deal. And look at this, the living room's nice and clean. I love when this happens because it doesn't take our cleaners very long to get the place done, costs us less money, and it allows us to take a little bit of extra time to make sure we're optimizing everything for our business. And so what we're doing is, as you guys have seen so far in this video, I'm literally doing the same thing here as I am at Vanilla, as I am at Brighton. I'm creating these maid closets so it's easy for us to systemize. But ideally, how I want it to be is I want it to be like this, where the stock we use at Blackberry is the same stock we use at Brighton and the same stock we use at Concord, all of our listings. All right, it's the same thing. I just came to Blackberry with one of my cleaners, and we have fixed up the closet here too. So as I mentioned before, we actually have a closet dedicated at Blackberry for our cleaners. But look how clean that is. This was a mess before, but now it's looking so nice, fresh, and clean. Today's mission is to figure out this mess of keys that I have. Check this out. Inside of this box, I have a bunch of keys. And I will be honest, I did not do a good job of organizing the keys. And so I have some of them labeled here, but I also have this bag of keys and I have no idea where they go and what property they belong to. And it's just been a complete disaster. So that is something I definitely have learned, is you want to organize your keys immediately, because you never know when you're going to need one of those keys to get into a side door or into the maid closet or to a mailbox or whatever the case might be. So organize your keys. But yeah, the main reason that I want to do this is because I actually want to automate our check-in process. So every one of our units, we actually use this lock. I think it's pronounced Schlage. It's a Schlage e-lock. So you can find these e-locks at any hardware store. I'm in Canada. They go for about $300 to $350, depending if it's on sale or not. If you're in the States, they're probably $250-ish. But these locks are absolutely incredible. What I love about them is that they connect to your phone and you can make custom codes for every single guest. But that is a manual process. You have to go into your app, and then when you have a new guest, you have to make them a new code. So here's what I'm going to do. Airbnb just launched a new feature with Schlage, well, a little while back. And what they do is that every time you have a new guest checking in, they set up this thing called an API. It basically just connects the Schlage database with the Airbnb database. And so it will automatically generate codes for you. Now, this might not sound like a very big deal to you, but it is, because it is super time consuming. To every single time you have a guest, you have 5 units, right? You get multiple guests a week, and you have to go in, set up a code, send it over to them, send them this text message, send them all the check-in details. I want to automate that so I can save time and spend more of my time getting new deals and growing my business. So what I'm doing is I actually bought 5 of these, got them on Amazon for like 15 bucks a piece, and I'm going to connect these locks on the door handles. So for any reason that this lock does not work, or if the guest, whatever the reason, if their code doesn't work, I'm not sure what would happen, but this here gives me a backup where I can say to them automatically, I don't even have to message it to them. I can say, hey, there's a box on the code. If for whatever reason your door code doesn't work, you can use this code in the box and you can get a key to access the house manually. So yeah, so that's the plan. I want to automate this process, and so it takes more things off of my plate. It's all automated, and now I have more time to work on my business. But first, I have got to dig through these pile of keys and figure out which keys belong where, so I can make sure I have the right key for this lock, so I can go get it cut at wall. It's just a mess. So organize your keys. If you learned anything from me today, make sure you organize your keys when you start scaling your business. All right, so this bag says Concord, and I'm hoping that this lock is going to work for here. So here's the Schlage key. Let's give it a rip, see if it works. Uh-oh, there we go. Oh, hallelujah, it works. There we go. I'm so happy about that. I have literally been going around to every property with these keys, testing them to see where it's going to work. It works here. That takes a load of stress off my back. And now I got to still find this key for 2 other properties. All right, guys, it is snowing out today. As you can see, it's a little bit cold in Canada, but I am excited to show you guys Sunflower. Check out how we transform this space. Okay, look at this. So I moved the piano over here, and now check out this room. I'm just going to come like this. This is the games room. Look at that, absolutely gorgeous. Look how we transformed that room. So my hope with this is, now that we have the arcade in, we're gonna speak to more families. And so because of that, we'll get more bookings and generate more revenue. So that's it for this week. We have taken care of Sunflower. We've made it better. We have taken care of our maid closets. We've got them organized. We have our inventory under control. And then lastly, we have taken care of our locks so we can optimize our check-in process. And that's going to be something that I dig deeper into next week. So if you haven't done so already, please, please, please subscribe to this channel, like this video, put some comments in the comment section below if you have any questions or anything like that. I am here to help you. I want to help as many people as I can start their own short-term rental business and make an income.